morning, everybody. It's your favorite Yap artist back at it once again. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to go over, so let's not waste any time. If you like this type of content, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, hype the video. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We are talking about 3 different sports. I can't believe that, but it was a crazy day in sports yesterday, so let's get right into it. First, we'll take a sip of coffee, obviously. Nespresso, you blow my mind every time you do. Bam Adebayo. Wow. Yeah. Second most points in a game in NBA history. Bam Adebayo. 83 points, 20 of 43 from the field, 36 of 43 from the free throw line. He did shoot 43 free throws. Most free throws ever shot in a game by anybody. Most free throws made in a game by anybody. You know, it's not that surprising, really. Like, I've seen people like, yeah, it's the most free throws ever made. It's like, well, he did have the second highest points in a game. Like, so him also having the most free throws in a game isn't that surprising, right? He's the second most points ever in a game. So it's not that surprising. I do have a lot of thoughts about this that I'm going to save for a video on my my main channel for a Slightly Report that I'm going to make in a couple hours. That's called a tease, guys. So make sure you go over there and watch it, okay? But this is hilarious. And my kind of overall thoughts here, my overarching thoughts on this is like, yeah, you watched it, it was a little, you know, he shot 43 free throws. The Heat were intentionally fouling late in this game. They're up 30 points. The Heat were intentionally fouling late in this game to get the ball back. Bam was kind of foul baiting and stuff to get to the free throw line. Yeah, it was a little bit ugly and rough, but come on, man, have some fun, right? We can contextualize this. We're not idiots. I think this is something people don't. We're not morons. We don't need just these lists and numbers to be like, well, Bam had the second most points ever, then it was the second best game ever. Like, we can apply context to these things, okay? We know 30 years from now, be saying, yeah, Bam had 83 points, but it wasn't, you know, the best. Like, some guys have high-scoring seasons, and we look at it a little bit weird because their field goal percentage wasn't good. Right, so guys can have high-scoring games, and we can go back and be like, yeah, but that one where, you know, Luka scored 73 points was better. Or Embiid's, 70 points against Wemby was better. 3 quarters. Like, you can still do that. You're a grown-up. You're an adult. Okay, you're allowed to do those things. Like the amount of, and I talked about this a little bit on my stream yesterday, the amount of Kobe fans who are stuck when they were 16 years old, because 2006 was the best year of their life. They were 16 years old at the time, right? Like, that was the best time of their life. Like, they're stuck there. They're so upset by this. It's like, dude, you still have that Kobe game, man. It didn't just get ripped away from you. Okay, they didn't drop in and say, oh, okay, open your skull. I'm going to now take the Kobe memory out of your brain because Bam Adebayo got 83 points in a March 10th game against the Wizards. You see what I'm saying, man? Like, grow up, man. You're not 16 years old anymore. God, these people piss me the fuck off. It is funny because he was getting fouled, like, for real. But there was some baiting going on, especially later. Especially when they were starting. Look at this play, bro. Look at how they're defending him. Oh, man. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious game. Also, some other NBA stuff I want to talk about briefly. Luka, listen, I'm not going to talk about any off-court stuff with Luka. He's a grown-ass adult. Like, we all have things that we're dealing with. Hey, from time to time, we all have relationship issues. Like, it's sad, it sucks, there's kids involved. But, man, like, I'm not going to infantilize him and treat him like a little baby because that's not fair to him and that's not fair to anybody involved. Like, it sucks. It's sad. I feel badly for the guy. I feel badly for her, too. Nobody knows what happened, right? So, like, there's kids involved, so it's extra sad. Like, it's okay, man. He'll get through it. He's a grown man. Like, it's going to be okay. He did play well last night. The Lakers, they've been picking it up, man. You guys know I shit on the Lakers a little bit. DeAndre Ayton had his one good game every 3 weeks. That makes people say, well, actually, DeAndre Ayton, no, he'll be back to being dog shit here in a second. Don't worry. But Luke Kennard's been really good for them. And they're kind of starting to find a groove. Obviously, no LeBron again. They're starting to find a groove a little bit. They are kind of an interesting team when it comes down to, like, okay, like, if the Lakers can find a groove, there's this little mix of teams, the Timberwolves included, who have just been, I don't know. I have no idea what to make of them. They're so up and down. This mix of team, really outside of the Thunder and the Spurs, this clump of teams in the West where it's like, I don't feel super enthused about any of you, right? And the Lakers kind of find themselves there. But nice win by them last night. They've been playing well lately. Spurs and Celtics, Jaylen Brown gets ejected in the second quarter, which is quite unfortunate because this game was shaping up to be one of the better ones of the season between two potential finals teams, right? Jaylen Brown gets mad. He tweets he gets ejected, then he tweets during the game. He was kind of going crazy, right? And what was kind of a flop, right? Like, they don't show the full play here, but I mean, maybe he got shoved a little bit, but a bit of a flop. And then this reaction, I mean, he was going for like 30 whole seconds before he got ejected. I don't know. Like, I can't say I feel too badly for the guy. I'm just being truthful for you. Like, yeah, you were yelling a lot, dude. I know. Like, nobody wants to see players ejected, but nobody really wants to see players yelling either. Like, it's just one of those things. The idea, aka Victor Wembanyama. Woo! I cannot wait to watch this guy in the playoffs, man. I can't wait. 8 of 15 from 3. Oh, this is going to be so fun to watch this dude in the playoff series. So much fun. Let's go. All right. Other sports, like I promised. There's a lot going on. Max Crosby, one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. I'm not an NFL guy. I don't follow the NFL really. I don't know much about football. I do know Max Crosby is very good, right? The Ravens traded 2 first-round picks for him. And then days later, they rescind the trade because something popped up in the medicals. Now, the problem was Max Crosby got surgery, I believe, earlier in the offseason, and the Ravens knew this. What makes this even more fishy and suspicious now? Because anytime a team rescinds a trade, there's always like, okay, did they kind of see some of the initial reaction to the trade? Or did somebody in the team kind of get into someone's ear and be like, yo, what, we fucked up? And they're like, now like, oh, we don't, that knee, we don't know about that knee, actually. We're going to rescind the trade. There was those talks last year when the Lakers traded for Mark Williams and then rescinded the trade, where it was like, maybe somebody got in their ear a little bit and was like, hey, dude, that was kind of a lot to give up for Mark Williams. And they walked it back. This becomes even more suspicious because not even 24 hours later, the body's not even cold yet. And the Ravens go out and sign Trey Hendrickson in free agency. Another good defensive lineman. This is suspicious as fucking hell. I mean, this just feels like blatant cheating the system right here. Where the Ravens made a trade. They gave up 2 first-round picks. They're paying him a bunch of money. Maybe they are already like, yeah, we don't love this, but we got to do it. Like, Lamar's getting older. We gotta make a push to win a Super Bowl right now. Like, this is just what we have to do. And then then Trey Hendrickson's agent probably went to them and was like, yo, I would have played for X amount of dollars. Like, we would have signed there for X amount of dollars. And they're like, really? Oh, shit. Yeah, the knee, man. We don't know. We don't like it. Yeah, we're going to rescind the trade. And then this is what happens. I mean, this almost certainly happened. And now NFL fans are freaking out. I mean, I'm trying to think of a real NBA equivalent to this. Think about it from the think about it from the Raiders' perspective. Like, they were signing free agents because this is the NFL's like free agent tampering period. The Raiders traded away Max Crosby. We're operating under the assumption they just got 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby. They, open up however X amount of dollars in cap space. Now they're going to go out and sign these guys. And now Max Crosby's back, and you don't have those 2 first-round picks. I don't know, man. Shady as hell. Shady as hell. And then this poor guy right here, Hamilton DPOI, Nate. If the Ravens happen to trade for Max Crosby, I'll completely shave my head. Now he's bald and they don't have Max Crosby. Think about that for a second. Think about what they did to him. He's completely bald and they do not have Max Crosby. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. And this whole thing fucked up. Wait, Evan Sidieri's on NFL now? Evan Incendiary Bomb is now on NFL, doing NFL news drops. Wow. What do we think about that, guys? I don't know. I also want to talk about Team USA baseball. So as of the time I'm recording this, it's 10:30 a.m. As of the time I'm recording this, Team USA has not been eliminated from the World Baseball Classic yet, but it's very possible. It's some like complicated math equation onto how they can get eliminated. Actually, it's not that complicated at all. Mexico just needs to beat Italy and not score more than 5 runs. That's it. Which, by baseball like standards, is not that crazy at all. In fact, that's probably the likeliest outcome of the game. So Team USA might be out of the World Baseball Classic before group elimination stages. And what's crazy about this is this dumbass team, and I've been watching the World Baseball Classic, And look, I'm gonna be real. I had a tweet about this that I guess popped off 5,000 likes, but this is an embarrassment, man. I mean, what has happened with this Team USA baseball team is a fucking embarrassment. And I think it speaks real poorly on baseball, on MLB in general, right? Because they kind of are having a moment, right? Like last year's World Series was unbelievable. Unbelievable, incredibly entertaining. You've got Shohei Ohtani on the Dodgers, right? Like baseball's having a moment. People are interested. Ratings are good. People are watching. And then your national team comes out and does this bullshit in the fucking second biggest. I mean, it is the biggest tournament you have. The Olympics are coming. I think they're going to try to do, turn it into like the hockey Olympics. So it'll now be the second biggest tournament, but the biggest tournament you have international wise. And the dumbass manager, by the way, just think about this, right? Obviously, this tournament's happening in the preseason, like during spring training. So all of the 30 MLB managers, they're with their teams, right? And that makes sense. But think about this. This is the equivalent, like Mark DeRosa being the manager of the team Mavericks. Jesus Christ. Mark DeRosa being the manager of Team USA is the equivalent of like Kendrick Perkins being the head coach of the Team USA basketball team. Mark DeRosa is an MLB Network analyst. He played in the league. He was a Texas Ranger legend. He played in the league, right? All of that. But he is a MLB Network analyst. This is the equivalent of Kendrick Perkins coaching the Team USA basketball team. Okay? This dumbass, and I'm sorry, but it's true, dude. You're the fucking manager of the team. He thought that they already clinched their spot in the quarterfinals. How is that even possible, bro? And he straight up says that. It's weird. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched in the quarterfinals. And then he tried to walk that back in the post. He said this before the game yesterday. And then he tried to walk that back in the post-game press conference by saying, I misspoke. I read the calculations wrong. It's like, okay, so did you misspeak or did you read the calculations wrong? It's one or the other. Did you misspeak or read the calculations wrong? Because it can't be both. You either knew that you didn't clinch a spot and you misspoke, or you did not know that you didn't clinch a spot. And I'm going to guess you did not know because you had Peepaw, Grandpap, Clayton Kershaw, who's 46 years old, warming up in the bullpen at one point in this game. You got no clue what you're doing. You've got no idea what you're doing. And then this, too, there's some guys dragging today. Team USA manager Mark DeRosa said after his coaching staff and players stayed up telling stories and celebrating after 5-3 victory over Mexico, the team bus didn't leave Daikin. How do you say this? I hate that they changed the name of Minute Maid Park until 12:30 a.m. Think about that for a second, guys. Yesterday was the most important game of the tournament for them. Wow. Incredible stuff, really. And then I tweeted this. Team USA, because again, I'm telling you, I've watched this whole tournament. Team USA baseball is sad, not just for this performance. They still could win the whole thing. Why am I reading this like I'm not the one who tweeted it? But how is it possible? How is it possibly? Okay, a little bit of a typo there. How is it possible to radiate this little swag and aura? Every other team is having the time of their lives crying after wins, and this is the most corporate slop team ever. Because it is. This team is boring as all fuck, man. You have David Bednar out there. He loads the bases, strikes a guy out, and I don't remember what happened. Got a guy to pop out or ground out or whatever. Yeah, got a guy to ground out. Big moment in the game. USA is stormed back. I think they're only down 2 at this point, right? So you load the bases. You get out of a bases loaded 1-out jam. And this dude walks off the bullpen. Where'd I go? I go here? All right, yeah, cool. Man, fucking look at the batter in the eye and tell him to suck your dick, go to the dugout. Yeah. Like, can we get something? Yeah, here. Is this where I go? All right, yeah, cool. Am I good? Am I done? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to go to the fucking locker room and drink a couple beers. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck about any of this. Like, dude, come on, man. Let's have some swag and some aura. And, of course, I tweet this out, and baseball fans are on another level. We kind of talk about, and I'm not meaning this in a derogatory way at all, because I love everybody. And hey, nerds, welcome. Let's have nerds infiltrate sports. We love that, right? Baseball, though, is like another tier level where it's just like, yeah, most of these people have literally never played the game ever, right? Like this is a thing in basketball where you get shit on all. If you never, most people who like are big time basketball fans have at least like played basketball at some level. Baseball's just like, yep, never played, never give a fuck, never played, never really played. Like that's kind of who it's infiltrated. People are so mad in their replies here, and it's kind of funny because I I'm willing to bet a lot. I probably play baseball at a higher level than most of these people. I just don't care about baseball anymore. I don't really care about the MLB. But dude, there's no way you can watch this Team USA team and come away from it thinking that this is anything other than a sad group, right? Just a sad group. They're obviously great. They're probably the most talented team in the tournament on paper, right? And they could easily still make it to the next round and end up winning this tournament. Like, that's 100% possible. But, dude, watch, like, the Dominicans, watch the Venezuelans. The Chinese Taipei team is, like, full-fledged crying tears after winning a game. Like, dude, this tournament means a lot to pretty much every other team. And to Team USA, it looks pathetic. And when I say swag and aura, I'm not saying you need to hit a home run and they need to bring a Sherman out onto the field. When Team USA hits a home run, a Sherman enters the field. You get on it, and that's how you round the bases, and you're doing backflips off of it, and you're waving an American flag as you're going around the bases, and then rounding third, you rip your shirt off, and then you have 16 chains, because for some reason, baseball fans are just like, chain. They hate chains. Baseball fans do not show them a chain, all right? It's like, it's one of those funny things where you dangle a chain in front of them, and they get so angry. Don't dangle a chain in front of them. And then you round third and you have 16 chains. Like, that's not what I'm saying, okay? Watch this team. They have no swag at all. And I'm not saying wear 16 chains. I'm saying they just go out there and they're just going out there and playing the game, right? Like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to shake your hand, Randy Arozarena. I'm not going to do any, whatever, bro. Like, half the team's not there. Who the fuck's even Why is Clayton Kershaw warming up? I mean, dude, we've got 3,000 MLB players. Why is Clayton Kershaw on the team? And then Paul Goldschmidt's pinch hitting or starting. Paul Goldschmidt is 47 years old, okay, is only good against left-handed pitchers now. Mark DeRosa starts him yesterday against the righty, and he got a hit, to be fair. Like, he got a hit and scored a run that kind of sparked the rally for Team USA. But why is he on the team? Like, surely across all 3,000 MLB players, there's an American first baseman that's better than Paul Goldschmidt. Surely somewhere, right? And Mark DeRosa's like, he's a great veteran guy. Why do we need in these international tournaments, why do we need like veteran presence in a locker? All of these guys have won MVPs. These guys have played in World Series. These guys have won World Series. Why do we need a 38-year-old peepaw for veteran leadership? Is that not bizarre? Right? And then all of these replies that are just like, dude, yeah, like it doesn't matter to him. Man, why not? What the fuck? What is this lame ass shit? So this doesn't matter to them, but game 12 of 162 is going to matter? It's ridiculous. Have some swag, man. At least Pete Crow Armstrong's got a little swag, and they hate him. Like, Pete Crow Armstrong gets shit on all the time by baseball fans. But he hits a home run, and he's yelling. I'm like, yeah, come on, baby. David Bednar. All right, where I go? Yeah, here. Okay. No, it's cool. No, yeah. What did I do? Bases loaded? Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck at all. Right? It's lame. Clayton Kershaw's warming up. Really? There's 600 pitchers in the MLB. You couldn't find one better American-born player. And Clayton Kershaw's warming up. Bases loaded. Guys, you need to win the game. Why the fuck's Mason Miller? And Mason Miller did come in the game, but they were going to put Clayton Kershaw out there before Mason Miller. What are we doing? This is a mockery. It's a complete and total mockery. Man, hey, get rid of some of these losers that are on this team. Seriously. Get rid of some of these swagless, auraless losers. And again, I'm not talking about 16 chains. I'm talking about go out there and have some fun and compete. Look at every other team. Perfect encapsulation. It really is.